Home sellers in Toronto need to do this before it's too late. In this video, not only are we going to go through what it is that you need to do if you're a home seller considering selling in 2025 before the winter turns here in the city of Toronto, but we're going to go through a couple other ideas that you can do before getting that home on the market. On top of all of that, what you also need to do is like and subscribe this video so you can find more value in future videos as we move forward into the new year. The city of Toronto has been seeing some relatively mild weather as of late, and what that means is that if you're a home seller, the first thing you need to do before it gets too late is get exterior photos done of your property. We still have pretty good light and really showcase the exterior of your home before we get absolutely crushed with snow in the coming months. We know it always happens where you're getting your property ready and then all of a sudden it's photo day and we have snow. And as a realtor, there have been days where I've been out there shoveling snow and trying to get it out of there before the photos, but you do want to try and get ahead of that. And if you know your property will be going to market in the coming months going into 2025, it is best to get those photos done sooner than later. That doesn't mean you also have to get your interior photos done, but the exterior ones can get done and then you'll bring the same photographers back. But typically what we do is we get the exterior ones done now before the weather turns, and then we'll do all the interior photos once the property is ready on the inside. Speaking of getting the property ready inside, going into the winter months, and most people that means not as much outdoor time and a little more hibernation inside, it's a great time to start decluttering your house and getting it ready for the market. Even if you don't plan to go to market until February, March, or April, starting that process sooner than later is always recommended. And generally, it always takes longer than anticipated to go through all the stuff that everyone accumulates in their homes as the years go by. Next on the list is taking care of any items that need to get fixed on the exterior of the home before the weather turns. Once that weather does turn into snow and even more rain, it will be really hard to do things like weather strip some of the areas, clean out the vents, make sure that any water that will be building up on the side of the home won't be getting into the inside of the home, because that will be a fix that won't be too convenient, especially as you're prepping your home for sale. Be sure to take care of all those exterior items before the weather turns, so that way you can close up everything for the winter and you know it'll be extremely solid on the exterior of the house. I'd also recommend adding some lighting to the exterior if you haven't already, but now they have those motion lights that are battery operated, so you don't quite have to hardwire them and you can just mount them to the side of the home to give you a little extra light. It is really appreciative when you're shopping with home buyers and you do get that light on the exterior of the house, because it will help buyers in their decision on going towards a property that looks really great on the exterior, even though they're seeing it in most often the dark, because we do get dark at 5 p.m. these days. So if it is dark outside and we're going to see a house, there may be the need to go and see the house again in the light because we just can't get a good enough view in the dark, and that may delay getting an offer on the property. If that's something you can add in, it doesn't have to be too crazy of lighting, but even just a small floodlight or even just a small walkway lighting or something to really showcase the exterior of the home could be in your benefit in getting an earlier offer. Last up on the list is organizing any other exterior items such as your garage, any storage on the outside, underneath decks, things like that. Anything that if a buyer was to come to your home and they see that things are extremely organized, it always helps when it comes to the conversation on how well someone keeps their home. If you see a well-organized shed or garage, it does typically lend to how well a property is taken care of for the most part. So it is something that while the weather is still half decent out there in the city of Toronto, as we're closing into the end of the year, start getting that stuff done now so that way, once it's snowed in, it's not going to be a big burden to try and take care of when the time comes to sell. I hope you found value in this video, and drop a comment down below on anything that we missed. I'm Michael Ouzas. Thanks for watching.